Hello beautiful people, in today's video I want to show you guys this farm that I did help a friend to set up early this year. So the farm is already operational and functional, although I've been very busy. I've not had the time to visit or to observe what has been happening in this farm. So today I decided to step in to see what's happening there, to see the development so far, because after the birds were stocked in, the birds were supplied by a vet. So the owner of the farm just wanted the vet doctor that supplied the birds to just be observing the birds while I do some other things. So that's how I was not being able to follow up on the activities in this farm. So this cage were done by a firm that I arranged in Port Harcourt to fix it. So this cage were done here with specifications and design based on what I told them to do. Yes, and coupled with the fact that this pen is quite special, it had some little challenges in the middle. We had some poles in the middle, so there's a way that we constructed and fixed these cages to fit in with those demarcations in the middle. So these guys are doing okay, although there was a challenge in a pen design construction, of which I already told them, but somehow they didn't follow through with the whole plan. I guess the vet doctor didn't take that into consideration. That's why I always say that vet doctors are not always good farmers. So they had they encountered some challenges, in this farm, and it affected the health status of these birds, and also their production also dropped too tremendously. But so far so well. The doctor has been replaced and production is gradually picking, and this is the floor that eats so much money in trying to fix this floor. We spent over 700,000 trying to fix this floor. The pen was quite long, and we needed to make the floor casting to be really strong enough so that when they are scraping the litters, it doesn't crack or break, because broken floors will make cleaning to be quite difficult. This is one of the experience I've got to experience raising birds in a deep litter system. So although these guys are in battery cage, they are doing amazingly well. So this is the outside area where the staff quarters is. The guys that have been working in here, they've been doing an amazing job making sure that the environment is properly taken care of. The whole environment is neat and hygienically conducive for these birds. So the one of the challenge I noticed in this farm when I stepped in, aside from the pen arrangement that needs to be done, here is an external toilet that they use for a sick bay to keep some of the birds that were down. So the only challenge I have is that the biosecurity here is not really strong enough. So these are vegetables that are being planted outside that the guys used to feed on, to supplement their feeding, to make their feeding cost to be low. So there's enough space outside here. So this area has some ventilation, this back space, but the front part do not have enough ventilation. And the biosecurity, I did observe a food bath to make sure that the biosecurity is strong. So the water was exhausted, so they were just supplying fresh new water for them with multivitamins. So the top parts, they did some adjustments on the roofing to help with airflow. So that ventilation in some part of the pen is the major challenge they have in this farm that needs to be rectified before the dry season comes. So building construction of your pen is very important. It's very important for you to make sure that your building structure is good enough and conducive for your birds to stay in, because when the ventilation is good enough, the birds will not be under stress that will affect their laying production. One of the major things that will contribute to making sure that your production and your birds do very well is from the housing. So I will encourage you to watch my other videos to also see and observe better means of putting on a better structure that will serve your birds. So the structure of this pen was one of the major challenges from the onset, of which I already told them. Those were one of the mistakes that the original owners of this farm had. They were not experienced enough to put up a better structure. So I already came up with a plan that I told the owner, the new owner, the friend of mine that is using the pen now for this poultry farm, things to be done. Fans are needed to be arranged, and fog for a distribution of air, and some maybe ice for the fog that will help to cool the birds during the dry season when the weather will be really hot, so that it doesn't affect the production rate and to cut down on any form of mortality that might want to spring up. So these guys are okay. So far so good. We thank God that this farm has been set up and is running. These birds, I had some challenge with the birds myself, because when the birds arrive, they were a bit small, smaller than the age that they were told they were. So, but finally they started laying and their production stepped up. I think the production increased to about 90% before it dropped when they had some issues with the temperature of inside of some section of the pen. So guys, so please watch my other videos to learn and grow your own farm so that you don't make mistakes that will cost you so much money. Bye for now. See you guys in the next one.